Our YouTube, it's your boy Mo Beecham back with another NBA recap. And we're gonna go and get straight into this one, man. We're not even gonna waste no time with it. Just finished up with the Giannis versus Embiid game, 76ers versus Milwaukee Bucks. It was a good one, but it just solidified for me that Giannis is the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. I'm tired of disrespect. I'm tired of them downplaying what he does on a nightly basis just because he makes it look easy, just because he doesn't shoot threes and do all the fancy dribbling and stuff. It's getting to a point where they can't deny it. All right, so we're gonna start off first talking about Defensive Player of the Year. Firstly, Giannis is the only player in NBA history who can legitimately guard 1 through 5. Tonight he guarded Harden, he guarded Embiid, he guarded Tobias Harris. He switched out onto every single player on the floor and held his own. There is no player in NBA history who can legitimately do all five. A couple years ago, they tried to say LeBron can do it. LeBron cannot guard a legit center. He can guard like a Draymond Green center or somebody who's playing undersized center. But as far as a legit center like Embiid, he cannot actually handle them. They're just giving him that title and just saying it because it sounds good. He could legitimately guard 1 through 4. Giannis is the only player who can guard 1 through 5. Draymond cannot guard 1 through 5. When Embiid comes to town, Draymond is not guarding him straight up. He's getting a double team. That's not you guarding a player. That's you're being the initial defender, but you're not guarding him. It's 2-on-1. He just talked about in his podcast the other day about that same exact thing. And this ties into him being able to guard 1 through 5. He's an elite rim protector, he's an elite help defender, and he's able to switch on any pick and roll. Once again, no one else in history can legitimately say that they can do that for prolonged periods of time. And to go along with his just freakish ability to do anything defensively on the court, he has signature blocks. I know that's another thing that people kind of harp on. They're like, oh, what does he have? Signature plays, signature moments. Giannis has signature defensive moments in the NBA Finals, multiple. He had a signature defensive play tonight against the supposed frontrunner for MVP in Joel Embiid. Okay, now for his case for MVP. We know the stats. We know everything is pretty close as far as it goes with Joel and Giannis. Is the stats are pretty similar. They're not too far off. But tonight, I think this game tonight it solidified it for Giannis. He gave Joel 40, 14, and 6, and got the like I said got the game saving block against him. This late in the season, when the stats are that close, the edge is going to Giannis. That's just how it goes in a statement game like this. If MVPs are matching up, you have to win that matchup and you have to win it in a dominant way. And Giannis did it. He gave you moments, he gave you stats, and he got the win. So this one goes to Giannis for that matchup. And then you go into Jokic. Yes, I'll give you he doesn't have more points than Giannis. He has more assists and I think he beats him by like 2 or 3 rebounds. But me personally, I can't give a 6 seed. I can't give a person that's 6 seed in their conference the NBA MVP. Last year it was fine. I get it. Hey, it was a nice story. His teammates went out. That's great. But this season, I'm not willing to give that to him again. You don't get that pass or that narrative 2 years in a row. If you're not winning anything, I don't want to hear it. I can't give MVP to somebody, like I said, who's a 6 seed and is probably going to get bounced in the first round. Giannis is the favorite right now to make it out of the East, and his team is second in the Eastern Conference. And on top of that, he plays drastically better defense than Jokic does. The nod goes to Giannis, and I don't understand why they continue to disrespect and downplay what he does. At this point, he should, when this season is over, he should have three regular season MVPs, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, and 1 Finals MVP. Now, will he actually win it? Of course not. For all the reasons that I just talked about. They don't want him to win it. For whatever reason, there's like some type of agenda or vendetta that media personalities have against Giannis. I don't know if it's because it just doesn't look good to them, if he's not doing nice dribble moves and pulling up for threes and doing all the stuff that Devin Booker and Chris Paul and all those guys do. I don't know if it just doesn't look good to them, and that's the reason why they don't want to give it to him. But sadly, he probably won't get it because he doesn't have a good narrative and it just doesn't look good to people for whatever reason. But if you ask me, if I had a vote, Giannis should be both Defensive Player of the Year and MVP. And if he had that on his resume, this year he'd also go on and win Finals MVP again, which would give him probably one of the top three greatest single seasons of any player in NBA history. But no, the voters are gonna rob him of it because of voter fatigue.